Hey, you're back. And guess what? Brendan Fraser is back too. I don't know if you saw the new trailer for his next movie. It's called Rental Family. If not, I'm going to do one of those video overlays right about now. And as you can see, he's looking fantastic. Like he's ready to be in the third installment of the Mummy franchise. Well, Brendan Fraser has a new movie coming out, once again called Rental Family. And in this, he's an actor who plays an actor, sounds familiar, who is picked up by an agency in Japan in order to act like he's a part of other people's lives. So in the trailer, we do see him filling in on some roles: best friend, boyfriend, husband, father, you name it. And there's a particular scene where he's talking to his quote unquote daughter, and he lets her know something along the lines of, it's okay to pretend. I think what's going to be really cool is, even though he's starting off as a fake father, fake husband, fake whatever, he begins to understand the culture, he begins to understand the people around him, and maybe his journey is understanding that the place he was looking for has been here the whole time, right? The one piece is the friends we made along the way. Maybe that's a story. But what I like about this trailer is just how deeply human everybody seems. It really makes for good writing, just putting him in situations that are just uncommon. And I really like that concept. You have a lot of people who believe you're one thing and it turns out you're not, or rather, they want to believe you are this thing and they're just buying into it because it makes them feel good. It does something for them. So I'm really interested to see how this story plays out. I'm really looking forward to it. And honestly, I'm just really happy that Brendan Fraser is just doing his thing. When I was growing up, he was in the Mummy franchise, Bedazzled, he was in George of the Jungle. And, then he disappeared for a while and then he came back. He was Robot Man and Doom Patrol. And then he did The Well and now this. And like I said, he looks great, man. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can get something else out of him. A continuation to his Mummy franchise. Back in his heyday, I would say that he could have pulled off a Leon S. Kennedy, or I think he could have pulled off a Nathan Drake. I really do. Right? I know Nathan Fillion, that would have been his thing, but I don't know, man. It's just something about Brendan, that sense of adventure and misadventure, and still just having this, boyish charm to him, just something warm, something, just want to hang out with the guy, have a drink, and you guys just catch up on life, So maybe that's one of the reasons why he ended up getting cast in this role. Either way, we'll find out. I'll definitely find out because I'm looking forward to it. And it's good to see these type of movies come out because at one point in time, I was really just watching comic book movies or other live action adaptations, whether it was anime or video games or something, the occasional Disney Pixar thing. So it's nice to really get back into watching a really good film. I know back in 2023, I think, when Top Gun Maverick came out, that was a really solid year for everything that wasn't a comic book movie. We had Top Gun Maverick, we had, I think, Barbarian, or as my wife and I like to call it, Barbar Ian. Um, we also had The Northman and Everything Everywhere All at Once. And it was just nice watching things that were just different. So most recently, I watched this one movie called Banshees of Inisherin, and that was a solid period piece that takes place in Ireland. I know the main character was Colin Farrell, so he was able to just do his thing, not needing some type of Gotham or American accent. And it was a really fun story. So it took place in a very small village-like town. And one day, his best friend woke up and decided, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And there was no animosity. There was, nothing. He just decided, hey, I want to live my life. I want to go my way. You go your way. And, thanks for the memories. But Colin Farrell's character couldn't take that lying down and created the animosity because he couldn't understand how somebody can just wake up one day and just not want to be your friend. But that's what honesty looks like. and he didn't like it. So basically, you get to navigate that experience with these characters along with everybody around them, and everyone has some form of mental illness. The movie is great, it's a dark dramedy, and everyone also feels very human, just deeply human. So I definitely recommend that movie and any of the movies that I'm talking about. You can find it all linked in the description below. So check out the trailers if it interests you. I think you'll have a good time. Now, there's also another movie I really enjoyed that I watched recently. It wasn't Sorry to Bother You. It was You Hurt My Feelings. Okay. This one has Julia Louise Dreyfus, if I'm even pronouncing her name right, from Seinfeld and Thunderbolts and all that jazz. Basically, she plays this character who's an author, and she's not that good of an author. But her husband, who is a psychologist, is always letting her know, hey, sweetheart, you're doing a great job. I think what you wrote was amazing. But plot twist, he's a horrible psychologists. Okay. So they're both bad at their jobs. They're not honest with themselves. They're not honest with each other. And Julia's character finds this out when she's out and about one day with one of her friends. She goes into a department store. She sees her husband with one of his friends. And he basically is telling his best friend that I don't know how to tell her because I've been encouraging her for so long, but this is a terrible book and it destroys her. Okay. And so now their family has to just navigate how to better communicate and just be honest with each other. So, everything that I just mentioned, I really have enjoyed. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people who have superhero fatigue. The latest Superman that just came out, I think that movie was solid. I absolutely enjoyed it. I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, but I plan to. And I'm really hoping that the movie is a course correction for the MCU because I feel like they definitely should have took a break and really let Endgame and No Way Home just settle, let us starve for a little bit, and then come back strong. Anyways, these are movies that I really enjoyed. You Hurt My Feelings, Banshees of Inisherin, and of course, I'm really looking forward to Brendan Fraser's new movie, Rental Family. But that's it. If you all enjoyed my rambling, or if I provided adequate white noise for you, then do me a solid and drop a like, share, and even subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Till next time, I will see you all later.